Let's pray. Father in heaven, being caught up on idol worship and material gain, and also participating in illicit sexual activities inside the temple. And these are the two weapons that the devil uses to trap us as young people: idol worship and sexual activities. Peuple Israël était prié que bon Dieu te descende et parler avec eux pour pas adorer idole. In Exodus 20, God says not to have any gods before me, after me, or even beside me. God says not to make any graven image or any likeness that is in the heaven above or in the sea below. God says no graven image. And that, young people, that includes tattoos. Amen. Leviticus 19 verse 28 says, do not cut your bodies for the dead or put tattoo marks on yourselves. I am the Lord. Now some of you might get angry at me because you might have your tattoos, but this morning I'm not trying to condemn you. I'm not trying to put you down. I want you to take a look at your tattoo and visualize how easy it is for us to wander.
I can't look at it now.
How easy it is for us to move away from the presence of God. I pray that the tattoo that you have is a reminder of how sin can take us farther than we want to go and keep us longer than we plan to stay. There's a story about a pastor who was having a conversation with a young man. And then the young man was like, Pastor, what if I have a tattoo on my arm of Jesus? Is that okay? And the pastor was like, look, son, I don't think Jesus wants to be on your arm. I'm pretty sure he wants to be in your heart. Amen. God goes in Exodus 20 verse 5, you shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God. And he's not talking about a human jealousy. This is a divine jealousy. We're talking about idol worship. One of the traps the devil uses to trap us as young people. Folks, what has Sean Carter done for us lately?
Who's Sean Carter?
What has Sean Carter done for us lately? For those of us who don't know who Sean Carter is, we're talking about Jay-Z, the hip-hop artist, the rap artist, whatever you may call him. What has Jay-Z done for us lately? Jay-Z came out with an album when he came out of retirement called Kingdom Come. And if you go to lyrics.com and examine those words, if you are a true Christian, those words should bother you. Here is what Jay-Z says. When kingdom come, you ready, I will be. When kingdom come, I'm ready, I will be. I'm so evolved, I'm so involved, I'm showing growth, I'm in charge, I'm CEO, yeah, I'm going God. It is only by God's mercy that Jay-Z wasn't struck down on the spot for saying, I'm going God. But those of us who live on the edge of life, we continue to entertain his music. Just the words, kingdom come, gives the impression that Jay-Z thinks he's some kind of God-like character. It is only and only by the grace of God that we are not struck down for entertaining his music. But some of us go each day not having a clue about what's going on. And God says, you whore. You whore. As much as I do for you, as much as I love you, you still run away. You whore. Les retourner sur l'histoire là. Nous dit que bon Dieu qui t'est osé. Gomer qui t'est osé. Gomer has left Hosea again. I know for a fact that there are some of us young people who can't wait to leave our parents' house, who can't wait to leave the church. And the devil says, yes. He says, yes. He says, please come. Please come so I can give you a nice, fat STD. Please come so I can give you a nice, fat bullet to put behind your head. Young people, we don't know how serious it is. We don't know how badly the devil wants us to leave the presence of God. But we continue to be rebellious. We continue to do our own thing, thinking that we have enough time because we're so young. Well, listen to this. Truth called to the rebellious man, and the man kept walking. Then truth spoke again. Hey, slow down. The man became angry and his face became a frown. Truth spoke again, but I came to you as your friend. But the man laughed and kept stepping into sin. Truth spoke again, but I came to give you peace. The man said, Mr. Truth, Mr. Peace, Mr. Truth, peace I do not need. Truth spoke again, this world is cold and bold. The man said, you're right, Mr. Truth, but your truth is mighty old. Truth spoke again, why don't you listen and stand still? The man said proudly, because you interfere with my will. Truth spoke again, do you know it's 5 minutes to 12? The man thought it was morning and continued to rebel. Truth said, fine, so be it. And the man became filled with fright. Truth turned and walked away, and the man was left in the night. The man felt the rumbling of an earthquake. Then for truth, the man called and quickly came to his senses. But truth back was all that he saw. Truth was slowly fading away. The man called louder and louder. Echoes of truth was in his mind, but his conscience ground him to power. We think that we have so much time, because we are so young. But we continue to be rebellious. We continue playing the devil's sport. Kounya nous joignent oser peut-être dans la chambre à bailler louange à Dieu, à prier à mon Dieu, à dire merci à Dieu d'être qu'il quitte si nous nous grandit. Oser dans la chambre et il tend des voix, mon Dieu. Oser. Allez dans ma quête. Hosea, being obedient again, makes his way to the marketplace. And he enters the marketplace and he hears the familiar voice of the auctioneer selling whores. Whores for sale. Whores for sale. Hosea turns his attention to the auction block and he sees Gomer. Her hair is frizzled. Her clothes are torn. Her nails are dirty. She's a mess. Hosea hears a soft voice that says, Hosea, buy her back. Hosea answers and says, but God, she broke my heart. God answers, but think about how many times my people broke my heart. Somebody screams, $60. $60.
70.
Hosea looks around to find out who is trying to buy his Gomer. And he hears a voice again, Hosea, buy her back. $100, Hosea screams out. Going once, going twice. $120, somebody else says. Hosea becomes angry and he begins to shake and he's in tears because he thinks about how many times he had to go into men's home to find Gomer. Hosea thought about how much he loved Gomer even though she hurt him constantly over and over again. But then he hears the voice again. Hosea, buy her back. Hosea screams out, $150. The auctioneer says, going once, going twice, sold to the man in the center of the aisle. Everybody looks to find out who is buying Gomer. Even Gomer is searching who is buying her. And Gomer's eyes falls on Hosea. Young people, he bought her back. He bought her back even though she repeatedly left him. He bought her back even though she repeatedly played him. Hosea walks to the auction block and extends his arm and takes Gomer. And you never in the Bible read again where Gomer leaves Hosea. This morning the message is for those of us who are on the edge.